Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Racha, Kodash, Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Double honors to my elder Aharawan Ban Yasharala of the Lions Den camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. Salutations to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth around the four corners of the earth in sincerity. I'm Nakar Kharab Ban Yasharala, coming out of the Lions Den camp of Yasharala here in Jacksonville, Florida. And now today I'll be coming out with a lesson. I don't have much of a title for it yet, but without further ado, I'm going to play about 2 minutes of this video and then I'm going to get some scriptures.
A dangerous attempt on the highway in southern Mexico to try to make this long trip slightly easier. It's a deadly risk that's already claimed the life of at least one member of the group. Rafael, a migrant from the Dominican Republic, says he feels lucky to be alive after falling from a freight trailer.
I was running as a truck was passing. I climbed aboard the back and tried to grab on, but I lost consciousness and I fell.
The vast majority of people in this group, traveling in what's referred to as a caravan, are from Venezuela. Despite coming all the way from South America and crossing the infamous jungles of the Darien Gap, many say Mexico has presented the greatest dangers.
Nosotros los migrantes le llamamos a México la casa del terror.
Migrants refer to Mexico as the house of terror. We'd rather cross a jungle 1,000 times than be here. We've been detained or arrested, left without money, and if we go on our own, the cartels are something horrible.
Jose is from Venezuela and Catherine from Peru. Traveling with their 9-month-old son, they're exhausted. Finding food and a place to sleep is a daily challenge.
Muy dolorosa.
It's been painful. We've suffered hunger and thirst. Our child cries because he needs a bottle of milk, and more than anything because of the sun and dehydration.
The group's leaders say they hope media coverage of the journey will bring attention to a worsening migrant crisis playing out across Latin America.
It's been a long day of walking, and migrants are taking a break from the intense heat in the Huixla River. It's going to be a short break because it won't be long before the group gets back on the road.
This may be the largest group of migrants to leave southern Mexico so far this year, but it's only a small fraction of those who make their way toward the U.S. southern border every year.
And Manuel is with us now live from southern Mexico. Manny, where are you?
All right, so there you have it. You got a lot of Northern Kingdom that are migrating from Latin America or South America to try and find better living conditions, but through this trip they have faced or facing many dangers, and of course Esau, he's covering this, but ain't no telling how much of our people of the Northern Kingdom have actually died trying to get away from the situation that they're in. I won't say contrary to popular belief, but it's not being reported on and reported about, but it's a lot of things that are going on in South America right now. I talked to a couple of Colombian women, and one in particular, she was kept from working for almost a month because of some paramilitary group that was seizing all the assets and gas and causing problems and patrolling the streets, and was pretty much gunning people down if they were caught by themselves. And what our people don't understand is of the Northern Kingdom, that this is a sword, this is a destruction, this is a judgment that the Heavenly Father is bringing upon our people, and eventually he's going to bring it full circle or among the whole earth. But it's going to start with his house, our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the children of Israel, the true children of Israel, not the small hatters, as Elder Apostle Har says. But without further ado, this is 2nd Esdras chapter 16. I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, "A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back?" That sword is a representation of judgment, a representation of destruction, bad times. It says a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? So who's going to turn back the things that are happening right now? No man may turn it back. This is a question. It says a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? No man will turn it back, because it's the Lord who sent this sword. It's the Lord who's sending, or has sent Salakia, this destruction. Verse 4. A fire is sent, Salakia, among you, and who may quench it? A fire is sent. You know, you have all these things that are happening, bad things that are happening, the drug cartels, the governments in South America not doing nothing for the people, you know what I'm saying? Keeping all the money for themselves and leaving Jake in deplorable conditions. That's a fire. That's a plague unto the people. It's a judgment. Verse 5, it says, plagues are sent unto you. What is he that may drive them away? So a plague, sicknesses, illnesses, infections, bugs, things like that causes the human body to not function as it should, disease or dis-ease. And it says these plagues are sent. Who may turn them back? And you know, right now it's a lot of Northern Kingdom running to Babylon, running away from the plagues and the sword and the fire that the Lord has sent among them in the lands that they lived in. And that's why they're risking going through Mexico. And as you can see, the brother from the Dominican Republic, what he spoke about Mexico. And how he was saying that it was pretty much a dangerous place to go through. They got robbed, they got beat, they got detained. They were left without money. And if they were to go off by themselves, the cartels will get them. You know, them cartels don't play down there in the land of Issachar. Them cartels ain't playing. They getting any and everybody that they can. That's why you have a mass migration. Jake is trying to run away from the sword. Jake is trying to run away from the fire. Jake is trying to run away from the plagues. But it says, a sword is sent among them, upon you, who may quench it. You know, a fire is sent among you. So like you, I'll read that again. It says, a sword is sent upon you, who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent upon you, and what is he that may drive them away? These are all questions. They're rhetorical questions, but they're nonetheless, they're legitimate questions. Who is going to stop it? No man is going to stop these things from happening, because it is the Lord who did it. Verse 7, it says, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. So this is also going into the missiles, the destruction of America. It says, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. So once, let's say an archer, strong archer shoots an arrow, who can take that arrow and turn it back or make it go back from where it came from? No man can do that. These are all scriptures that denotes and represents judgment and destruction. No man is going to stop this from happening. Judgment is coming. And the truth be told, Jake is trying to run away from it. But what Jake failed to realize is that he's running to the destruction because he's trying to come here to America. The Lord is going to destroy America. He's going to destroy Babylon, America. This place will not continue. I'm going to jump up to verse 1. It says, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. That means destruction. Woe means destruction. And destruction is coming to this place. And you got a lot of Northern Kingdom running from the conditions, the deplorable conditions that they live in, you know, where they are at, to a place to where it's not much better. The Lord is going to destroy this place. He's going to destroy these other nations too. He's going to judge them. That's what that means. Woe means judgment. Woe means a bad time. Like evil means a bad time. Let's go, let's see. Since, let's go here. Let's go back to 2nd Esdras chapter 15. Since Jake wants to kind of try and run to Egypt, run to Babylon, i.e. America. This is what the Lord says about that. This is 2nd Esdras 15. I'm going to start at verse 12. It says, Egypt shall mourn, the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. And here this is parabolic or metaphor. It's saying Egypt shall mourn with the foundation, and the foundation, Salakia, of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that Yahweh shall send upon it. That's talking about America. What is the plague and the punishment? The destruction of this place, the besom of destruction. The fire that's going to sweep from one end of this place to the other end, and it's going to destroy America down to the foundation. Then it's going to destroy the foundation of America. This place is going to be smitten. The Lord is going to bring judgment. This is verse 13. Salaki. No, not 13. I'm going to jump down to verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. It says, woe. Woe means destruction and judgment. Verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. And right now, that's starting to happen here in Babylon, here in America. The sword and their destruction draweth nigh. So the destruction draweth ever closer to this place. The downfall is ever more prevalent. And it says, one people shall stand up to fight against another. Right now, that's happening. You have all these small paramilitary groups here in Babylon that have shown themselves, but they have not yet mobilized. But they are ready. And one day that is going to happen. The people are going to fight amongst themselves here with swords in their hands, i.e. guns, weapons. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So there's going to be sedition here. And Esau has already put the seeds or planted the seeds of sedition, but what he does not understand is the Lord has already made preparations and plans for these things to happen. It's going to be sedition among men. It's going to be all kind of riots, Salakia. It's going to be all kind of unrest and civil unrest. And people are going to be invading one another. They're going to be coming against, trying to harm each other. They're not going to regard the kings nor the princes. They're not going to regard the police, the government. They're not going to regard the authoritative powers that are in position here, and their actions are going to stand in the course. And the course of their actions, Salakia, are going to stand in their power. Meaning, people are going to take matters into their own hands here. And Jake running from South America over here, thinking it's going to be better. It's actually going to be 10 times worse from where they came from. Verse 17, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. When these things start to really kick up, you're gonna have Jake and other people gonna want to run and go somewhere else. But guess what? This place is gonna be locked down, and you ain't gonna be able to leave. You're gonna be able to desire to. You're gonna want to go into another city, and you're not gonna be able to go. Why? Verse 18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. So because of the pride of this place and our people, the cities are going to be troubled. I mean, there's going to be all kind of manner of things going on around Babylon in every city here. Houses are going to be destroyed, and men are going to be afraid. People are going to be going around kicking in other people's doors, killing them, taking what they can take because they have a lack of bread, because they're in great tribulation. So judgment is coming, and judgment is upon this place. So while Jake, Northern Kingdom, is coming, running here to America, They don't know they're jumping out of the pan into the fire. And with that, shalom.